If you guys have not seen this yet, I don't know what you're doing. We are here yesterday. We're going to relive this at the Professional Disc Golf World Championships. This is Paul McBeth, and he has a one-stroke lead over James Conrad on the 18th hole. This is a crazy hole. It's a par 4. You got to throw it over the water, through the trees, between these big bleachers, and then you got to hopefully make the putt. So here's Paul McBeth. He's got a one-stroke lead. He needs something good that'll get him in play, and this is his drive right here. So he throws it. It's super good. Paul McBeth is a 5-time world champion. He's won a ton of events, and it's right in bounce, right by the OB, and James Conrad has to match that. So this is James Conrad right here. He's got to match Paul McBeth. James Conrad needs to birdie this hole. He's got to get it in 3 strokes, and he has to hope that Paul McBeth gets a par on this hole while he gets a birdie. James throws something that looks pretty good, and then it actually ends up hitting that tree, almost going in the water, and that's out of position, and he's probably not going to get a birdie from there. So this is where James Conrad is right here. He's not really in good position at all to go for it, so he's going to end up having to lay up to a spot, and unfortunately, he's going to be way out of position for a birdie. So James throws that, and he's just laying up to try to there, and you hear the announcers. James Conrad's gonna have to throw it in to even have a shot. So here's Paul. All he has to do is lay up with a putter, then lay up again, tap it in for a par, and win his 6th world championship. So here's his shot right here. He just throws something nice, easy up there. He'll be able to pitch that up and take his par. So this is the shot heard around the world. James Conrad, his 3rd throw on this par 4. He's got to make it to force any type of playoff. Boom! Nails it.
No way!
Ian Anderson, the announcer, it sounded like he was crying right there. It was just unreal moment. The crowd's going crazy. You got 50 people behind James. You got this guy going berserk. James sprinting down the fairway. There's a shirtless guy over there. Then you got, I don't know what the heck. People are going crazy. He's getting hugs from people.
I wish I was there.
He just drilled it. Philo salty because he's not even there. There's the shirtless guy again, and then Paul has to get up and down to even force a playoff. Let's take another look at this, guys. His 3rd throw, he has to make this. 250 feet. I cannot tell you how hard this shot is. This is unreal.
Oh, no way!
Listen to Ian Anderson.
Oh, no way! No way!
And he makes it, okay? So now Paul McBeth has to get up and down to force a playoff. Look at the spotter. Look at the spotter. He's going nuts. Look at this guy. So James comes in, he's throwing it in, he cans it from 250, and then this guy's just going nuts over here.
That shot. Look at the spotter. Look at the crowd.
That is just the craziest disc golf throw moment in history. This is the best, I guess, the best moment ever. My live reaction was nuts. I was sitting there in my chair. I was like, oh well, Paul McBeth won his 6th worlds, you know. So I'm just sitting here like this, like, oh man, this sucks. And then James makes it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he just made it. Unreal shot. This is before we take a look at the playoff. This is another angle reaction cam of James Conrad making the shot. Going nuts, man.
This is what we dream.
I wish we had a camera. I mean, you can kind of see Paul there. I wish we had a camera to see like his reaction when it went in.
We're digitally there.
I want to feel that.
But I mean, Paul McBeth is right next to him. That must be crazy. Here's the best angle of the spotter just waving his flags in the air. Wait for him.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah. Oh my gosh, unreal. All right, so here we are in the playoff. James Conrad versus Paul McBeth. They're playing 16, 17, and 18, and James Conrad has got to get a good shot here to hopefully put himself in position to take the birdie.
Biggest shot of this man's life.
So it's an island green. You got to land in between like a circle. Boom. Puts it right there next to the basket.
Paul's got to put it on.
Paul Macbeth has got a match to hopefully continue this playoff. I cannot imagine the pressure he's facing right now.
Looks pretty good.
I mean, it looks good, but bounces in the water, out of bounds. James Conrad wins the world championship. And then, boom, he taps it in, wins the world championships after making a 200-foot throw-in. Unreal. I'm speechless. This was one of the craziest moments in disc golf history, one of the craziest moments in sports history. If you haven't seen this featured on SportsCenter, I'll throw that up on the screen, but it was #1 on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt, SportsCenter at night, and it was #1 this morning as well. Unreal. How did you guys react to this when you first saw it? For me, I was watching it live, so I just jumped up and screamed. I mean, I was not expecting it at all, but one of the craziest finishes. Let me know how you guys reacted. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Wasted on the young. Here's #1. This is the PDGA Disc Golf World Championship. That's James Conrad. Needed it from 247 feet out to push into the playoff. He makes it phenomenal. The gallery goes absolutely insane. I'm sure we'll see a ton of that on YouTube, and you just saw it right here on SportsCenter's Top Play. He's a champion.